Sports fans, good afternoon. This is Mikey T at Mike Sportsbook, Michigan's premier sports betting hotline, with tips, analysis, and predictions coming to you right out of the Great Lakes state of Michigan, protected by Michigan, Superior, Huron, Erie, and Ontario. Mikey T at the Sportsbook, Michigan's premier sports betting hotline, with tips, analysis, and predictions, people. We don't just give it to you in a straight line. It comes full circle. Bullseye, baby. Winners. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. MLB action Tuesday night. NBA action. NHL action. We coming to you live with all of it. Recapping Tuesday night's action on the hard floor in Indiana. Turns away Cleveland. They get the victory 114-105. And they get the series 4-1. Indiana advances. Cleveland hangs up the shoes for the season. Too many injuries. Late night with Mikey T. OKC outlasts Denver 112-105. They as well take a 3-2 lead. Head back to Denver. NHL playoffs. Dallas gets the victory 3-1 over Winnipeg. They take a commanding 3-1 lead. And then we direct our attention to the Diamonds, people. MLB Diamonds. Tigers, they get it done. 11 innings. They beat Boston 10-9. Yankees fall to the Mariners in Seattle 2-1. And then we've got the rest of the scores. St. Louis and Philadelphia was postponed. Minnesota and Baltimore was postponed. Atlanta gets a 5-2 victory over Washington. The Mets outlast the Pirates 2-1. The A's pound the Dodgers. They get a victory 11-1. Cleveland shuts out Milwaukee 2-0. Tampa Bay outlast Toronto and sends Mikey T back a loser. Tampa Bay 11, Toronto 9. It was unreal. Toronto gets 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th, takes a 7-6 lead going into the 9th inning. We strike the first batter out, then we walk, and then a hit, and another hit, and another hit. And then the guy hits a grand slam, and they go up 11-7. And then Toronto comes right back in the bottom of the 9th and scores 2 runs, but it's not enough. That was our 5-star lock. Toronto. The pitching matchup favored Toronto at home against Tampa Bay, and Mikey T loses. Lick our wounds and moving forward. On the other games, San Francisco gets by Arizona 10-6. Padres outlast the Angels 6-4. Houston's too much for KC. They get the victory 2-1. Cubs, they get it done late night 5-4 over Miami. And Texas is too much for Colorado 4-1. White Sox get the 5-1 victory. Things never last forever, people. When these winning streaks meet these losing streaks, it's chaos. Teams traveling from the east to the west and the west to the east. Chaos. Ringing it up and laying it down. Staying focused here. Full sound. Winning streaks. Cardinals going for 10 in a row today as they're on a 9-game win streak. They were postponed yesterday. They have a doubleheader against the Phillies today. Those winning streaks, you got to pay attention to. Those losing streaks, you got to pay attention. Tips, analysis, and predictions. Mikey T here at the Sportsbook, where we have winners on the daily. Win, 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 lose a few. Win, 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 lose a few. Lose a few, win a few. Moving forward, staying focused, studying, knowing your material, not changing your mind, not changing your bet, talking less, listening more. No one knows more than you. They're not doing it in the Northern Territory, down south, out east, or out west. Sports betting. It's $1 billion a year industry. Might as well get your piece of it. And when we're sitting at the table and we're studying and we're learning and we're starting to doubt people, that's why we get to the parlor. If you're new to the station, please like and subscribe. In the description, hit the Discord and get over to the community lounge where you'll voice chat with Mikey T and the players about the sporting issues of the day. You know, you have to stay focused. And there is a method to the madness, because sports betting gets down into financial planning. Once you win, what do you do with your winnings? When you lose, what do you do? It's all relative. It's got to dot your I's and cross your T's with Mikey T, baby. I'll make it rain. Put some money in your pocket. Put a smile on your face. Go Yankees. Go Tigers. Go Dodgers. Go Cubbies. All the time. Play them all the time. How many teams are winners? How many teams miss out on them chicken dinners? Sports betting, it's got to do with mathematical statistical equations. The Pythagorean theory. Nothing lasts forever. Things change. There's different variables. You've got to know your material. You got to be ready and willing. Scared money's not going to win. When it seems too good to be true, too easy, it probably isn't true, and it's probably not going to happen. You need to sweat a little. Nothing's that easy. Nothing's for free. Mikey T here at the Sportsbook. Tips, analysis, and predictions. And what we do is we break down the games, we dissect them, we select a few, and then we go with the best pick, in my mind, what's best for me. And we'll pass it on to you. Upwards of 67% we're hitting at. Not going to win every game. Not going to lose every game. I've won 6 games in one day. I've lost 3 games in one day. It comes to be all relative in sports betting. Because it's a 50-50 chance, people. You're going to get the outcome based on the information that you take in. The more information, the better the choice. The better the choice, put a smile on your face. Mikey T here at the Sportsbook. We get at the table and we study and we know our material, and then we can't change our mind and we can't change our bet. We just stay focused. And the situation is when people start to fade or follow, as we've got 238 subscribers, been doing this 2 years, been gambling 45 years, all kinds of scenarios, all kinds of variables will come in to play whether you win or you lose. It's not for the weary, this is for the rugged. And sports betting and sports gambling is $1 billion a year industry. And Michigan is leading the country in online gambling and online gaming. That's why I come to you on the daily with winners. You follow these streaks. Nothing lasts forever. And when you really get down to it, it's about winning. It don't matter how we get that win. We got to get that win. And there's been some awful losses in these games. You know, as a gambler, you know. Horrible, horrible loss. Easy win. Those easy wins are few and far between. You know, right from get-go. From the first inning to the first quarter to the first period to the last quarter to the last inning. It's not for the weary. It's for the rugged. And you got to stay focused. And then at the end of the day, you maintain your bankroll. How much are you trying to win? That's the number one thing. How much are we trying to win? We just trying to win every day? Absolutely. How much are we trying to win every day? My preference is game by game. Win this game, win the next game, and win the next game. And have varying amounts on what we're betting. And when we win, we pull back and we pay ourselves. When we lose, we may pull back, but we also may increase the bet to get back into the red. You know what I'm saying? Nothing lasts forever. You're not going to just continuously lose. You're not going to just continuously win. So it comes down to money management. Bet a few, win, pull back, bet some more, increase your bet if you feel the need, but I like to be more conservative, hitting game by game, moving game by game. I mean, I've hit a 1 game, a 2 game, a 3 game parlay, a 4 game parlay, a 5 game parlay, a 6 game parlay, a 7 game parlay, a 8 game parlay, a 9 game parlay, a 10 game parlay. I've hit a 10 team parlay. You know how many times I've lost a 5 game parlay where I should have went with 4? Or do you know how many times I've lost a 6 team parlay where I should have just went with 5? Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. There's plenty to go around. Day by day, game by game. Staying focused. Bet that first game at 1 o'clock. And when you win, you don't ever go all in. Don't ever try to double up and go all in. Because when it happens, you'll end up being sorry. You'll end up losing your bankroll and have to start all over. What I choose to do is game by game, varying amounts. And at the end of the day, that if you do it that way, you'll be able to sustain some losses. You'll be able to come back tomorrow because the key is to maintain the bankroll. So if we're starting out with $100, you don't bet the whole $100, only maybe 1 or 2% of your bankroll. Game by game, day by day, and then it comes down to money management. Execute. Perfection. Stay diligent in your studies. Don't be discouraged by outside influences where you change your mind or change your bet. You don't be greedy. There's the next day and the next day and the next day. Mikey T at the Sportsbook, giving you tips, analysis, and predictions. And when we win, we pay ourselves. And when we lose, we've got to tweak our system. We got to study more. We've got to figure out why it went so bad. We got to figure out why we've got to get back on track. Just got to figure it out. You do your own. Do you, boo? Do you? Winners never quit and quitters never win. It's $1 billion a year industry, sports betting. So when we win a few games, pull back. That next bet doesn't have to be all what we won. It comes down to being money management. Money management will let you go from Monday to Tuesday and Tuesday to Wednesday and Wednesday to Thursday and Thursday to Friday and Friday through the weekend of Saturday and Sunday and back on Monday. Who's to say you have to bet every day? You don't. There's games every day. You've got to show your self-control. You've got to be responsible. Sports betting. It's fun when you win, and it's fun, but you've got to be a responsible person. You've got to know your material. You've got to study. You've got to tune in to Mikey T at the Sportsbook and the Parlor, people. What the Parlor? The Parlor is where I have these high-confidence picks. These high-confidence picks that come with a lot of studying and statistical equations mathematically that will bring me to the right or left. Who's going strong? Do we drive off the cliff or do we go right? Do we drive off the cliff or do we go left? It's 50-50, people. based on the information will give you the best chance of winning. And then when you do win, pay yourself. And if you happen to lose, study a little bit more, tweak your systems, and don't go all in. It's a marathon. Treat it as a marathon. It's not a sprint. Lecture, lecture, lecture. That's what we have here is lectures. No, what we have is tips, analysis, and predictions. And Mikey T here at the Sportsbook will try to provide you with the best choices available, the best opportunity to make money. We win, people, and so will you. Get in touch with the Sportsbook, Mike's Sportsbook, hit the parlor, get to the 5-star lock, and put a smile on your face. It's Wednesday. We've got these games going, MLB, NBA, and NHL. We've got a UFC cage fights this week. We've got a lot of action. So, just in ending this, we can't bet on everything and win all the time. What we can do is we can bet on anything we want, and we can win on the daily. Then you've got to put some of your effort in on money management, strategizing, pulling some money back, paying yourself, maintaining your bankroll, and be able to enjoy the fruits of sports betting. Michigan, baby, go blue. Go Tigers. Go Yankees against Seattle tonight. Go Dodgers against the A's tonight. With these big favorites in baseball, minus the 1.5 to get you some better odds. That's all I've got for you today. Tips, analysis, and predictions. Dot those I's and cross those T's with Mikey T, baby. You guys enjoy the games, and we'll see you soon. However, tonight on the hardwood, Knicks go to Boston. Boston's got to win tonight, people. Golden State at Minnesota. Minnesota can wrap it up tonight, people. I'd like for the Timberwolves to get the victory and send Golden State home. And I like Boston tonight. Get the victory and send the Knicks back to New York with game 6. Tips, analysis, and predictions from the Sportsbook. Mikey T, out.